You know, you could all come closer. You're so far away. We will not bite you. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. So if everybody takes 5 steps closer to us, we will be so happy to feel you close with us. Let's bring in Shabbat together, singing Shalom Aleichem. So everybody come a little closer. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashem, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
So this is, if there was ever a Shehechianu moment, we are in a Shehechianu moment. This has been a journey for 12 years of dreaming of, could we do this? What would it be like? And then the deconstruction and the reconstruction and getting us here. And we would not all be standing here without Rabbi Jonathan and Rabbi Beth. So we want to invite them up to have us lead us in Shehechianu and candle lighting before we, and for everyone online, Shabbat Shalom, before we head into the Martin Meyer, which we have not seen in 2 years, which is going to be really beautiful.
Wow, what a moment. Just sing with us together. Baruch atah
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'echianu v'kiyamanu v'kikianu lazman haseh.
Mazel tov to all of us. Shabbat shalom.
Think of all the light you'll be able to add to this building and bring it into your lives as you go forward.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitenu mitzvotav v'tzivanu lecha tikneh shel We're going to head into the Martin Meyer Sanctuary. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. It's been a minute, right? Here, and sing with us as we go. We're going to sing, Yalai, la la la
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Take a look around. It's a little bit different than the main sanctuary. It feels like it's been a few years since we've been in here. So, as the time of year that we're in, we are in Elul. That if you notice when you came in, we changed prayer books. Is that we're kind of now in the countdown, where if you are a rabbi this time of year, you are watching the moon. Okay, it's going to get full, and then it's going to get darker and darker. And the moment that there is no moon left, Erev Rosh Hashanah is here. And you're in it. And so this window that we're in, this is when you're supposed to do the work. This is when you're supposed to be fixing your relationships, going up to people, apologizing, really thinking what you need to do. And one of the things that we have designed in Judaism, it's almost like a metronome of life, where every year you hear this really odd shofar sound, which is just meant to like shake you awake and go, yeah, it's Elul, we're back in that time of year, make sure you do the work. And so Rabbi Mintz is going to lead us into Kia. Close your eyes. Think where you are. Think about what work you need to do as the moon continues to change and gets us closer and closer. To Kia!
Page 9. To page 8. Also, I want to point out that we're using a special prayer book, our Elul prayer book. This is the prayer book that we use as we lead up to the month to Rosh Hashanah. We're in the month that leads up to Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. It's our Elul prayer book, and you'll notice even Esai is one of the prayers that we sing during Rosh Hashanah. And this prayer book gives us a lot of text and sort of like preparation text to help us get ready. So on page 8 is this prayer in the middle of the page, and it's such a beautiful text. It says, "One thing I ask of Adonai, this is the thing I request." I'm just translating as I go. To be with you all the days of my life, to gaze at the beauty of you, to know that your temple is this world. Lachazot benoam Adonai unvaker becheichalo. We're going to try it in Hebrew. So, achat sha'alti, if you know the word for the number 1 in Hebrew, how do you say the number 1 in Hebrew? Echad, right? This has a T sound at the end, but achat sha'alti, just one request. I have one request, and that's to be with you, God. try it again now that was your practice. Achat shalti me'et Adonai ota vakesh. Achat shalti me'et Adonai ota vakesh. Shifti beveit Adonai kol yemei chayai, לחזות בנועם Adonai ולבקר בחייכלו. לחזות בנועם Adonai ולבקר בחייכלו.
Thank you, Cantor. The beautiful rendition of Psalm 27. It's a good thing to say every single morning of Elul. So we are living in difficult times and times where we need a lot of healing. And so we lean into the moments when we have a little bit of simcha every time we can. So I'd like to invite Joachim and Hannah up to receive a wedding blessing. We will be celebrating under the chuppah this Sunday. And I am gifting you a gift from our congregation, which is a mezuzah to hang in your home together. And it is the mezuzah, which is the replica of the one that's in the main sanctuary. So that this is a home for the two of you, so you can take that and take that home. But also this should be a reminder when you come out your front door to look at that and then walk down the street and be here in this sacred space, in this home, with this beautiful community. And so I give you this blessing that I will also give you on Sunday, the Yevarechecha, and I say, Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless the two of you and keep you safe and sound. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yunecha, may the Spirit and the presence of God be with you. Yisad Adonai panav elechem v'yasem lechem shalom. May your love continue to be something that supports you all the days of your life together. May you be there in sickness and in health. Be there with each other to uplift and to be rooted in the saddest times, in the happiest times. Amen.
Doti vani lo harueh bashoshanim. Doti li mizot olam mincha midbar mizot olam mincha midbar. Doti li vani lo harueh bashoshanim. Doti.
We're on page 22 for Lachadodi.
לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורי, אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נראה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום, עטרת מעלה, גם בשמחה ובתוך עולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, הולך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. הולך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. So great to hear your voices in here. בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. I haven't heard that for a while.
Please be seated. On page 29, we move to Mariv. And in a moment, we're going to read together, but we kind of, as we cycle through the prayers, you know, each section is teaching you a different lesson. Mariv, it's really about cycles, and it's about radical amazement. It's about, you kind of hit these periods in time where this is that the sun slowly goes down, and you go, oh, it's there. Or in San Francisco, you go, oh my God, it's the fall, summer is finally here. And so it's meant to kind of put you into that, to be aware of that. I can tell you tonight, after not being in this room for 2 years, it's like a cycle. I know Alan is right back in his seat he always sits in, and I see a lot of you in the seat you've always sat in, and it's also exciting to see all the new faces here as well as we kind of hit these metronomes of life, just to realize where you are in the cycle of it all. So if you'll please join me on page 29 at the bottom. Holy is twilight, the realm of in-between. And so our sages taught, pray in the moments when light and darkness touch. We are all twilight people, beyond categories and labels. May the sacred in-between of this evening suspend our certainties, soften our judgments, widen our visions. Let it illumine our way to the God who transcends all boundaries and definitions. Blessed are you, God of all, who brings on the twilight. I'm going to invite you to please rise on page 26.
We continue standing and we turn to page 32. And we take a deep breath together. And it's this point in the service that really I feel Shabbat is about to enter the world during the Shema. Because it says, whatever is out there, it's somewhat important, but what's going on in here is very important. And so for some of us, we close our eyes, and during the Shema, the first word, listen, focuses us on what's inside and what's most important to listen to. So if it's your custom to close your eyes, let's take a deep breath together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated, and we invite you to really lead us in the Ve'ahavta. We have a lot of our students here, and we'll join with you, but it's such, I have to say, it really feels so nice and warm to be able to be this close to you and to hear your prayers. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'chayu הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי צווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך וראיתם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ושרתם לאורות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. ותם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, וייתן קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אלוהיכם אמת. Our hearts and our prayers now turn to those in our community who need healing. Healing of body or of spirit. Healing of mind.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
In our community tonight, there are so many of us, so many of you who need a Misha Berach. It's not just a list of names, it's a list of bodies and minds and of hearts. Some of you are sitting here in our congregation. And as I prayed with a family this week, I said, the Misha Berach is not just for the person who is sick. It's not just for the person who is about to leave this earth on their journey. It's for all of us who are there accompanying those people that we love, our beloveds, on that journey. So that's the Misha Berach. It's for all of us who are holding the hands and the hearts of the ones that we love. And so tonight we say this blessing for Chaya Bluma, for Sam Nassiter, Robert Asheroff, Lori Jarecki, Rachel Bat Avraham, Miriam Bat Eliezer Miriam, Joseph Gerlach, Gail Lagi, Joan Jacobs, Bob Tandler, Yehoshua Ben Naomi Vidavid, Jessica Galloway, Adam Goodkind, and Jeffrey Brown. If there's anyone else who has the name of someone, please say that person's name out loud.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Page 42. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, leshalom. Let's try that. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Ashkivenu leshalom. V'chamitenu shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Ashkivenu leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Oh, let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
Thank you. All of our beautiful musicians, how beautiful it is to have that, to bring us through
Gloria
the Shabbat.
and Eric and Jordan.
And we would have no sound in here without
Piva,
Piva
and Eric.
and Eric, who
Thank you.
thank you for bringing us this
And
beautiful
Jody,
sound.
and Jody. Hey, Jody, he's up in the sound booth, but I don't
I really do feel like, has anybody here ever remodeled a house and they had to leave for a few years, and then you come back in? Before the service, I said, Artit, where's the bathroom again? Where everything feels completely at home and a little bit jumbled up, kind of like our world right now. So we are going to turn to page 48, and everybody has something that's in their heart or in their mind that we need to pray for, either individually or as a group, and especially as Rosh Hashanah is almost upon us. What is it that you need to stand and to pray for and about? And we stand together on page 48 and open for our tefillah.
Adonai, Adonai,
שפתי תפתח, ופי יגיד תהילתך. אדוני, אדוני, שפתי תפתח, ופי יגיד תהילתך. So that my mouth can pray to you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elokei avotenu v'imotenu, Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzchak, Elokei Yaakov, Elokei Sarah, Elokei Rivka, Elokei Rachel v'Elokei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'imachot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניכם, למען שמו באחווה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחלקל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו בשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחייך הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Please take a few moments for your own meditation and silent reflection, and feel free to be seated when you are finished.
If you turn to page 107, there's the text from Psalm 118. And we're just going to sing the first line. I'm going to adapt it to a melody that some of you will be familiar with. And it says, Pitchu li. Everybody say pitchu li. Sha'arei tzedek. And the second line tune, sorry. Avovam odeya. It says, open for me the gates of justice. It also translates righteousness, but justice is another word for tzedek. Open for me the gates of justice, and I will enter them and give praise. That's what that means. And it goes like this. Pitchu li sharei tzedek avovam odeya. 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 Okay, you ready to sing with me? Yeah. Pitchu li sharei tzedek avovam odeya. Pitchu li sharei tzedek avovam odeya. Then we say, open the gates, 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 open the gates. Let's read you open the gates. Open the gates, 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 open the gates. Pitchu li sharei tzedek avovam odeya. Pitchu li sharei tzedek avovam odeya. Open the gates, 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 open the gates. Pitchu li sharei tzedek avovam odeya. Pitchu li sharei tzedek avovam odeya.
Thanks, Cantoretti.
You're welcome, Rabbi Mintz.
I looked down and I saw Pitchu li, and I gave her a mind meld. And I said, in my mind, I hope it's the Open the Gates one. I hope it's the Open the Gates one. And then she got it. That's such a beautiful poem and song and prayer for Elul, because it really feels like if this is your first Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, the first Elul season with us, or maybe you're 103rd, like our beloved friend Rita, wherever you are on that spectrum, the idea of gates is so present, this idea of opening up the gates and letting us enter, whether it's letting us enter into ourselves and working on the hard things, or entering the gates back to life. And at the very, very end of Yom Kippur, the very last service is called Ne'ilah, which is the closing of the gates. And I especially love the fact that when it says the gates close on Ne'ilah, actually, it's almost like when you slam two gates together. It's not Ne'ilah, it's not really closed, because they slam and they open just a tiny, tiny little bit of a crack to let whatever needs to keep coming in for your tshuva to register. I also think about opening the gates because if you're anyone who's worked in a synagogue, as it approaches Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, literally a day or two before Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur, this is what it sounds like. Congregation Emanu-El, how can I help you? Oh my God, thank God you're still there. I just looked and it's Rosh Hashanah tomorrow. Are you still open? You're still good. And this is what people say, can I still get tickets? Is what people say. I forgot to, whatever it is, renew my membership. So this is a little plug, renew your membership. But people, what I really hear in that when people say, can I get tickets? They're saying, are the gates going to be open for me? Can I still get in? It's a lot more profound than just tickets, than just a membership. It's about belonging. It's about our tribe. It's about, please, my community let me in. Please, God, let me in again this year for the Book of Life. How many people here, if I ask you to remember your first Rosh Hashanah, you can remember it? Just close your eyes for a minute and think about, what was your first Rosh Hashanah? For some people, it's like when you were a kid. For some people who joined the Jewish tribe later, and I always think about Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and I think about the shofar. Because for me, when I was a little girl, I grew up in a Reformed congregation in Chicago, and the rabbis and the cantors all still wear their long white robes, which we do on Yom Kippur, a kittel or a robe. And there was always this really old guy who had a white beard and this wavy white hair, and his job was just to blow the shofar on Yom Kippur. And I was mesmerized by him because that was his whole job. And I thought, that's amazing. Everybody was mesmerized when the blast of the shofar happened. And I thought, I want to do that one day. I want that to be my whole job. I didn't know that he was an orthodontist as well. Obviously, that's not your whole job, but it can kind of be your whole life. If you think about the shofar and you think about, we only get to hear 100 blasts of it on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, that wailing, aching, crying sound, which is really beseeching us to do this tshuva, to do this work. The other, for me, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur feeling of really getting it for the first time was when I was in rabbinical school, and I lived in Jerusalem, and I was about to start rabbinical school, and the first morning I was there, just as the sun was coming up, I heard somebody blowing a shofar. And I thought, who the heck is doing that? Somebody very religious, obviously, at dawn. Next morning, the same thing. The next morning, the same thing. And I started waking up to the shofar every morning and walking out in the darkness at dawn in Jerusalem and just walking through, trying to figure out who the heck was blowing the shofar, because I didn't know that you were supposed to blow it every single morning during Elul. And it turned out right around the corner from my apartment was a tiny little Orthodox shtibel. And a little old guy, it was his job to blast the shofar every single morning. And I woke up for 29 days at dawn because of that. And I can't ever stop thinking about how important these 29 days are right now. Elul is the first day of Elul. We're in the middle of it right now. And as Rabbi Bauer said, when we just have a speck of moon, it's going to be time for Rosh Hashanah. And 10 days later is actually, according to our tradition, when the Israelite people are forgiven, not just from Yom Kippur, but they're forgiven because of that 40 days that Moses was up on Mount Sinai. So there's this whole arc of our traditional history, and there's also the whole arc of just this microcosm of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. I think that I can't speak for all of you, I'll just speak for myself. I feel a little out of control these days. Like I want to speed up time or slow down time. I want to be more in control, and I feel like I'm a lot less in control of myself and the world than I want to be and than I used to be. But I feel so blessed that we have Jewish tradition, because we are literally the people who know how to live in a world that's felt out of control for us for 4,000 years. We have an entire tradition which gives us a pathway, a support system, a calendar, a beckoning to gather, a strategy to adapt, because we were born into a story that's not simple or easy, and we're really good at navigating stormy times as a people. I especially love what Rabbi Jonathan Sachs, who was the chief rabbi of the UK, he says very simply, this is what our whole life is about. 3 words. Say them after me. Live, give, forgive. Live, give, forgive. It seems kind of Buddhist to me, but he was really a rabbi. That's what we get. We're here to, as it says on Nitzavim, on Yom Kippur, Uvachartam v'chayim, and you will choose life. Be generous, do tzedek, righteousness, justice, give tzedakah in the world, and finally, do tshuva, be forgiving of yourself and others. It's this deep, deep spiritual work that we do every year at this time that I used to not be so fond of as a kid, and now I look forward to as an adult. In case you're wondering, in a world that's so broken, if we really have permission to do this work, listen to this. That word achat, from achat shalti, centered, collected, together. But a certain voice replies, the world is falling apart. Isn't it a bit self-absorbed to be focusing on personal spiritual renewal at a time like this? Isn't this a distraction from the real problems of the world? What I've learned from my own experience of mindfulness practice is quite the opposite. If I am uncentered, if I'm given over to uncontrollable waves of anxiety, anger, or fear, then I become part of the problem, and I can't be a part of the solution. I project my own insecurities and struggles in the world. In Jewish language, our religious practice is called avodah, or service. My spiritual practice is in service to something higher than my own happiness. I sit, I pray, I walk, I sing, sometimes I'm silent, all in the service of seeing more clearly the world around me and discerning the wisest, most ethical course of action to take. There are plenty of voices of anger, of hysteria, of vitriol and violence all around us. I strive to be a different voice and take actions that promote peace, justice, understanding, and compassion. And that's from our friend Rabbi Toba Spitzer on remembrance, reflection, and repair. I also want to think about just how lucky we are to have that sound of the shofar. And what Rabbi Ellen Liu says in the book that, it's kind of, I think, the book I've read more times than any other one book it's called. Does anybody know what the book is called? This is Real, and You Are Completely Unprepared. And you think you'd read at the beginning of Elul and go, not this again. You think, oh, you know what? It's okay that I'm unprepared for what is about to happen to me. It's okay that I'm unprepared for this passageway. It's okay that I'm unprepared for the tunnel that might be dark, because I'm not alone. God is with me, my people are with me, and I'm going to get through to whatever the other side is. He says, when the shofar sounds 100 times, it blows open the gates of heaven. When the shofar sounds 100 times, it forms a bridge between heaven and earth, and we enter heaven on that bridge. When the shofar sounds 100 times, it cracks the shell of our awareness wide open, and suddenly we find ourselves in heaven. When the shofar sounds 100 times, we hear the voice of heaven in it. We experience revelation. God's voice comes down to earth on the same bridge we use to go up to heaven. Now, it's interesting that he uses that because we don't even believe in heaven. Jews don't believe in heaven and hell, but we believe in a slice of heaven here on earth. And that's what tshuva gives us, this process of sifting through the stuff inside of us and having a little bit of, when we imagine what it's going to be like in the world to come, how do we live in the world to come every single day? And I would say that it's doing this hard work of tzedek, of tshuva, of prayer, of service, doing that every day, and you're going to be living a life in heaven. If you're a kind of a crummy person, you're already living a life in hell, and you don't have to worry about the afterlife. That's just my Jewish take on it. Finally, I have to think about Psalm 27, which we sang a little bit of, Achat Sha'alti, that there is a practice of reading Psalm 27 every single morning. And so I'll give you a prescription between this day, we're halfway through Elul, and when Rosh Hashanah starts. If you haven't started your practice of calling the people that you've had a hard time with, everybody in here, I know as perfect as you are, has one relationship or two or three or many that you're feeling a little achy about. Now is the time to just open up your hearts and really say you're sorry and ask for forgiveness from whoever it is. I'm thinking about that person right now. Who do I have to call? Somebody today said, I texted and I emailed and they didn't get back to me. And I said, it's not enough. You have to actually call and have them hear your voice. You don't have to actually get on a plane and go because of the world that we live in, but when there's people that you want to have some conversations with, this is the time and the opportunity. And it says, one thing I ask, I earnestly pray for, I might dwell in your house all the days of my life, knowing the beauty of you and dwelling in this holy place. Where is it in you that is a sanctuary, that can be a palace of God, that can be holy, that can be tender, that can be compassionate? And I ask you one more thing. What are you going to ask for? What are you going to pray for? What does your soul need this Rosh Hashanah that it's never needed before? Live, give, and forgive. Amen.
Aleinu
Aleinu, 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 Aleinu.
God, please give us the courage to step into those conversations, to hear the ache of the shofar, which seems outside of us, but it's actually within us, around us, and between us, to open our hearts, to open our gates, and do the hardest work possible, to forgive.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We reach the point in our service when we remember those who are no longer with us in body, but are still with us in spirit. We're remembering Arthur Bolton, who will be laid to rest after the Shabbat. We remember those who passed away in the last 30 days. It's their Shloshim. Susan Goldstein, Sandor Rosenfeld, Carol Rosenberg Bruletti, Zamir Alfie, Dorsey Stoller, Barry Traub, Terry Borer, Jane Feinberg, Marion Happy Stone, and Richard Arnold Miller. We remember those whose yahrzeit, whose passing is on this Shabbat. The anniversary of their passing is this Shabbat. Victoria Bailey, my great-grandmother Greta Bauer, Cindy Agris Bauman, Paul A. Bissinger Jr., Bernice Bleeden, Howard Bloom, Ronald Breland, John Haskell Bressler, Sumner Burroughs, Chaim Chaitrin, Selma Chassan, Eleanor Mays Cohen, William Cohen, Jerry Diller, Shmerel Favikus, Edith Furse, Claire Finkel, Florence Ruth Friedman, Leah Fromm, Sherwood Gerard, Tina Goodsian, Lawrence Ginocchio, Richie Gluck, Leonard Goody, Sarah Block Gordon, Stephen M. Gothelf, Earl Grenitz, Lydia S. Hayfielen, Irving Halpern, Ralph Hesekiel, Richard Hirsch, Stephen Hirsch, Fred R. Hoffman, Rose Holtz, Maury Howard, Barry Hyams, Rachel Esther Joseph, Barbara Kahn Gardner, Emma N. Kraus, Eva Kroll, Barbara Levin, Marlene Swartz Levinson, Alan S. Maramont, Joyce Martinez, Diane Melnick, Margaret Molashuk, Irving Petlin, Molly Price, Thomas Quaintance, John Reed, Ruth Rolando, Jake Rosenberg, Roland S. Ross, Sherman Schwartz, Elizabeth Schwinger, Dagmar Searle, Norman Shapiro, Rosa Shiglova, Joan Shipley, Gerald Siegel, Thelma Jean F. Taylor, Bruce Tech, Joseph Tonkin, Charles Urke, Nora Ward, Barrick Winter, Gilbert H. Young, Dr. Edwin Zalas, Miriam Lewis Zarefsky, Daniel Zides, Dorothy Zucker-Lindell, Leon Zussman. If there's someone who you are remembering who has passed away in the last week, in the last 30 days, in the last year, or this is the yahrzeit, the anniversary of their passing, or if I mispronounce the name, if you'll please share their name when my hand passes over you. As a community, we rise and we turn to page 86. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah v'yalma divrach yotei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael v'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru amen Hey shmei rabbah mavarach le'alam omei omaya Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudashah b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran v'alma v'imru amen Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. May the source of peace bestow peace on all who mourn, and may we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us all say, Amen.
Amen. And you can find a safe place to put down your prayer book, which you will take out with you when we leave. And if you're comfortable to link arms with the people next to you, say shalom b'rama. Say shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru.
So we have announcements and instructions. So the first announcement is that this was kind of, you went through that new entrance today. That was our test run to see all the mistakes we were going to make, because there's probably going to be 1,000 people next Friday night. Please make sure you're part of that 1,000. If you're online, please come. We are doing the grand opening next week, and we're going to open up early in the afternoon, 4:30-ish. where you can just come and we'll give tours of the building. You'll be able to see everything, and then a gorgeous dedication ceremony at 6 p.m. in the main sanctuary. Now, my second instruction is that we are going to go and do Kiddush out in the Ulam here. And here's the big challenge, is that we are going to do this in the Ulam, and you're going to see food on your right and your left. And you're going to pass the food on the right and the left, and you're not going to eat it yet. We're going to do Kiddush and Motzi together in a group, and then we'll get to eat. I know that's a hard request for Jews, but we're going to try. And
So,
I would like to invite up Alan Grenitz. Alan Grenitz and Joel Roos. I'm going to have you both come and lead us in the Kiddush. Alan and Joel, also when we're looking at all this, none of this would exist without these two. Okay? So, Alan, if you'll take us in.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahavat uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lemahaseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol chamim v'shabbat kodshecha b'yachava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat l'chaim. Good first step.
We have Donnie Holla. Who knew that was coming? So if everyone could come and squish all the way in here, all the way in, and we're going to touch the Donnie Holla, made with love. Or touch someone who's touching someone who's touching someone who's touching the Donnie Holla. Arguably the best holla in San Francisco. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. Shabbat shalom.